Hey, Chris. Ah, that's good enough for me. It's close enough. Close enough.
Hey, Chris.
You can see pretty much everything. Any update on Tesla? Tesla, it's 9:05 today. It's going in the right direction. I'm keeping an eye on it because right now, well, I have to wait till market opens, but based on my my calculations, I'm about $3,000 up on my calls. Good morning, Michael. Okay. Let's try again. Red box. I'm good, Michael. I'm good. Just aching from all the exercise, kind of moving, humping boxes up and down stairs and moving sofas and chests of drawers and things like that. It mounts up. Starts to get to you. The red box is not doing well. Sound hound. Okay, so welcome to May. May is the month. So guys, as you come in, you know the rules. As you enter the stream, tap the screen 10 times to get the stream noticed on the algorithm and pushed out to more users. It just helps with the algorithm, and it shows that we've got engagement on the stream. So if you come in, we've got 10 people. That's 100 likes on the stream. It just basically means that the algorithm push it out to more people. So I'm probably not going to take a trade before the bell today. Well, any more trades. I've just tried to take one with Sonoma, and it went against me. So I'm going to manage my risk a little bit better today, I think. And let's face it, I didn't do any risk management yesterday, but I'm not going to talk about yesterday. That's done. That's over. And luckily that I had a transaction in process, otherwise I would have had to refuel my account. Does it Tesla go up today? I'm hoping it goes to about 960 today, lady, but the answer is I don't know. And anybody that says they do know is lying. So based on the trajectory, it's looking. Let's have a look at Tesla. Okay, so it is up slightly on the day right now, ever so slightly. It did have a good rally yesterday into the close. If we look at the 60-minute, so this is Tesla on the 60-minute. I'll get rid of these lines. I don't need them anymore. So based on where we're at, we had a rally into the close, but it's been just consolidating sideways. So it's yet to decide which way it's going. If I look at it on the 5-minute, you can see that it's up and down and above and below the VWAP. So is Tesla going to go up? I hope so. Right now it's upwards trajectory, but the last two 5-minute candles have been downwards. So it has to make its mind up. I'm not. It will go up long term. Long term definitely will go up. Will it go up today? I'm not so sure. Let's see what the wider markets are doing, because it's going to follow the wider market, and we see that the Nasdaq is moving up in an upwards trajectory right now, but it's exactly the same sort of thing. It's very choppy and ranging sideways. So I'm not sure about Tesla one way or the other. When the market makes up its mind, Tesla will follow. But right now it's just choppy, chop sideways. Look at this on the 60-minute, you can see what I'm talking about. Had the little rally into the close, and then it's chop sideways. We get, slightly broadening triangle, but megaphone pattern. But it's basically it's a show of indecision right now. The market hasn't decided which way it's going to go, and as a result, Tesla's following suit. So we've got oh, what happened there? This is the S&P, very similar pattern. Russell Index, very similar pattern. So just the wider markets are just not deciding whether they're going to be bullish or bearish today. The good news, from my point of view, is that they're not looking overly bearish just yet. But you know what the markets are like. They can turn on a sixpence. When do I buy Tesla? Well, I bought my calls at 8.20. I think it was 8.20, but let me just have a quick look on my interactive. No, sorry, 8.80. I bought my calls at 8.80. So I've got 3 contracts, 8.80, and it's now Tesla. Where are you? 9.06, 9.07ish. So I'm a good. But I bought calls for. But my strike is 9.50. So if it keeps moving up, I mean, I'm in profit now based on the contract price. I could sell the contracts on for a profit, but I'll probably get 2-3 grand at the minute. But if I wait to 9.50 and get in the money, I'll be really in the money. So if it goes up above 9.50, so I can see on the chart 9.45 is on the chart. So we're, you know, range wise we're not too far away. We went down to 8.50 yesterday, so there's no reason why we can't reach 9.50 today if we give it a bit of a push. So hopefully I can sell these in the next week or two, because I don't like holding on to options contracts too long. I don't want them to expire worthless on June the 3rd. So I'd rather sell them for a small profit than them expire worthless, of course. What is a call? So a call is options. It's binary options. So you've got calls and puts. Calls is like going long. Basically, what you're doing with options is it's a different way of trading. You get basically getting more leverage. You're buying a contract, and a contract in most cases, a contract is that you will buy 100 shares at a set price. So you pay a premium for the contract. So I've bought 3 contracts. So I effectively bought a contract I'm not obliged to buy them at the strike price of 9.50 when it gets to 9.50, but I've bought the option to buy them at 950. So I paid how much did I pay? Was it 42? Yeah, I paid 42. Effectively paid a premium of $42 per share for that strike price. So that's the contract. Now, as the price goes closer to the strike price, that contract it becomes worth a lot more. I have the option, hence the name, the option to buy at 9.50 regardless. So if it goes to 1,000, I can still buy those at 9.50. I can exercise that contract at 9.50, or I can just sell it to the open market, take the balance, which is the $50 per share balance, and also the cost or the price of the contract, which will be, because it's in the money, a lot higher than what I paid for it. So I'm making profits. It's just a different way of trading. You're buying options contracts as opposed to the actual instrument itself. The risk with buying options and trading with options is that they can expire worthless. The risk of buying shares is they'll drop in value, but you still will retain some equity unless they get delisted or goes bankrupt or you know, whatever the situation may be. But in most cases, a reputable stock like Tesla is not just going to go bankrupt overnight. Yeah, I agree with that one, MM. Don't want to be retesting that floor. When did you decide to buy a call? So basically, last week when everything started So I traded Tesla the other week when their earnings came out, but when we had a bunch of tech stocks that had bad earnings reports last week, that meant the whole market basically vomited. So I decided to buy Tesla calls then, knowing full well that the market will recover, but you get more volatility from the individual instruments themselves than you do on the actual market. So I felt, okay, well, Tesla's strong. It's had really good earnings just recently. So I will buy calls on Tesla with a basis that I'm not going to buy them way out to some number, some aspirational value that it's not been before. So I bought them for a strike price of $9.50. What I also did was give it, like 6 weeks. I think it was, well, yes, close to 6 weeks in terms of time to actually get to that price. So if we get to $9.50 this week, great, I'll sell the contract. But if we got above that, if I have to wait till the end of the month before it does it, then I'll buy that. So it depends. You basically your strategy for buying calls is basically the same as if you were swing trading, or puts is the same if you're swing trading to the short side. It's just you would use similar strategies, but it's just that you're getting bigger leverage for these larger cap positions. If you're dealing with Tesla or Microsoft or any of these larger cap stocks, rather than taking huge chunks of equity out of your position, you trade options instead, and you get more leverage for less money. But like I said, the risk is that it has to. You've got a limited period for that contract to come into play. In stocks, you can dollar cost average and you can hold on for hodl forever. You can't do that with options. Thanks, Alistair. I hope I do too. What about Mullen Motors? Let me have a look at Mullen Motors for you. I thought you'd sold out. So, Mullen ranging sideways. It's 128 at the minute. On the 1 minute chart, there's no volume at all. No range. There's no trade there. Long term. I know you're holding it long term, and if you like it long term, that's great. There's no intraday. Behave. There's no intraday trades going on right there, right now. So I would shy away from Mullen from an intraday basis. If you like the stock, that's up to you. It's too small for me to trade. It's too small in terms of share price for me to trade it, for me to invest in it. I don't believe it's going to be give me a lot to go long term on it. I think it's a bit too risky. But you ask me every day and I give you the same answer. So when did you lose money on a call? I've lost money on calls in the past. I've lost money on Tesla calls in the past. Funnily enough, I've got Tesla calls this time round. But last year, I bought Tesla calls a little over 1,000, and I bet to go up to 1,100, and it went the opposite direction. I lost money. And they actually ended up expiring. I held them and they expired worthless, so I actually lost the whole money. So there's about 15 grand I lost on that one. But I'd rather sell for a small loss than let it expire worthless this time around. Yeah, so options. I mean, on the course, I will be doing on the swing trading course that I'm building at the moment. There will be a lot more with regards to options, because options is a good way of getting additional leverage for swing trading. With a smaller account, it can be very worthwhile. But so I'm building that out, and I will be publishing that shortly for the people who are already on the course. You'll get access to that, but for people that are not, then it will be an additional part of it. There is an introduction to options section on the course as it stands right now, so it goes into a bit more depth than what I've just done there, and makes it a little bit clearer. Trying to make it clearer, trying to put into 5 minutes or 90 seconds what I spend 90 minutes in a lecture doing is difficult. Yeah, often with options, it's probably best to hedge. If you don't know, if you're in a ranging market, you don't know which way it's going, it's often better to hedge, because it's not going to stay in it stays in a ranging market a lot less than it'll stay in a bear or bull market. It'll go up one way or not. So the SPY's looking good today. So this is the SPY right now. It's trending above the VWAP over the last half an hour, which is decent. But if you look at it on the 5 minute, over the last hour, we've been in upwards. We broke the VWAP just before 8, and we're continuing upwards. So if that continues, then my Tesla calls are up at 909 now. I've only got $40 more till I'm in the money. So I'm kind of happy with the, even if I don't, I'm actually in profit right now. I will have to wait till, the thing is with options, you can't trade pre or post market. You only open regular market hours options trading. So, but this channel's a day trading channel. I'm talking too much about options. If you want to know about options, jump on the course. You'll get more. Yeah, there's nothing really moving at the moment. HCDI is moving, ranging sideways. There's no real catalyst on this one, but it's just, it seems to be, I mean, it's up 18% and it had good volume earlier, or good relative volume. I mean, it's traded 2.6 million shares already today. It normally trades 700,000 on any given day, so relatively speaking, it's over 3x its regular volume. So it's good relative volume. It's just trading sideways. Have a look at our. That just popped up. Why? Let's have a look at the catalyst. Yeah, it was difficult to trade actually. If you made profit on red books, great. But it was difficult to trade because it was very choppy. There was no clean move with Redbox, and that's the problem with it. But look, I shouldn't have lost that much yesterday because I just didn't. I should have managed my risk better. I should have managed my risk. I didn't manage my risk. I got into this mindset. I was just so fatigued that I wasn't thinking straight. I shouldn't have traded at all yesterday in hindsight. But hindsight's 20/20, as they say. But I'm glad it happened in a way. I just wished it had happened to somebody else. I'm glad it happened in a way because it shows that trading is risky. It's extremely risky. So even good traders with a strategy that can manage risk can still lose money. You know, and Ross is one of those, Les. You know, he and I use a lot of the same strategies. So right now I'm looking at a couple of things for the open. There's nothing, there's no news catalyst for our loop. So I'm looking at Sonomo Farmer. I'm looking at Soundhound. And that's pretty much it at the moment. Maybe Harbour Custom Development, but if Harbour Custom needs, I want to see a catalyst for that. I'm a little bit wary of that with the Castle. But at the moment, if Sonoma comes back above the VWAP, yeah, Soundhound, if that's about back above the, I want to see stocks above the VWAP for me to trade them today. It's difficult to trade choppy markets, but stick to your stick to your risk management principles. Stick to your strategy. I went gung ho yesterday, and you know, it was almost kamikaze. And I look back at it. I've imported the trades into TraderView, and I look back at it. I'm like, there wasn't even a strategy there. You know, it was just me being an idiot. So when you're in, not if you're hungover, don't trade. It's like they say, you get behind the wheels of a car. If you're tired, don't drive. Don't get behind the wheel of a car if you're overtired. Don't get behind the wheel of a car if you're on drugs or on drink or whatever. Same thing with trading. If you're overtired, don't trade. There'll be another day tomorrow. Get some rest, come back tomorrow. If you've had a drink, don't trade. If you've had other substances, don't trade. If you are emotionally upset, don't trade. You need to be mentally sharp. Absolutely, Jack. And if you're not feeling mentally sharp, leave it alone. The markets will still be there tomorrow. I've got hotkeys, MM. I've got hotkeys. I use hotkeys. I use hotkeys. I use hot buttons. I use a lot. So I'm using hotkeys. Revenge trading is real. The thing is, if you start off mentally sharp, you can avoid the revenge trading. If you start off and you're not in a good place mentally or emotionally, even doesn't even have to be mentally. So yesterday I was extremely fatigued. I've been moving all weekend. I'm pretty much there now. Not fully, but I'm pretty much there now. Got a few more boxes and bags to unpack, but I'm in. And I'm trying to get my broadband to work, but I've not been able to get it to work yet. So I'll be onto the provider later. I'm on mobile data again today. They've told me it's switched on, but I can't get it to work. I can't get the modem to work properly. So that's my problems. First world problems, as you say. But yeah, I was just extremely fatigued yesterday. Is what true? Dylan? Is what true, Dylan? What you're asking is true. Let's scroll up, see if you ask something else. No, that's the only question I've got from you. Is this true? Is what true? I used to work for Dell. I don't trust any of the techies, Les. You've just gone down in my estimation now, mate. Oh, I don't like this tune. This reminds me of the Buffalo Bill in Silence of the Lambs. Off the black markets. I don't make profits off the black markets. And I invest in the NYSE, the Nasdaq, New York Stock Exchange. So that's a good question. once you've proven your strategies to be profitable on paper trading, then what's the minimum balance I recommend for stocks 3+, which is what my strategy is. I kind of filter out stocks below $3. Ideally, I would say you want as much as you can afford to lose, nothing more, okay? But I would say you want a minimum of $5,000. So if you've got 4 times leverage, that gives you a buying power of $20,000, and you want to be looking at setting yourself a daily goal of 1% with a small account. So 1% of your buying power at $20,000 will be $200 profit daily. Now, if you can get $200 profit daily, that's $1,000 a week. That's $4,000 a month, and very, very quickly you're 50 grand a year. You can actually scale up from that as you grow that account. But if you're starting at 1%, you might want to, if you're getting good at it, you might say set your goals a little bit higher and go for 2%, in which case you're looking at $400 a day. So set your expectations a little bit lower, and if you overachieve, I mean, with $20,000 buying power on a let's say a $5 stock, if you get 1,000 shares of a $5 stock and it goes up 20 cents, you've made your $200 in that one trade. Yeah, cool. Yeah, someone said you're gas, you Dylan. Someone's got an active imagination, but yeah, go on, send the narcos round. I've got all of that in my basement. Oh, let's have a look at Soundhound. Looks like it's back above the VWAP. Missed that little pump. Oh, got 1,000 likes. Nice one. We've not even it's not even 9 o'clock yet, but that's good. Let's have a look at that's a 5-minute chart. So let's have a look at 15 and yeah. So the 5 minutes good. Let's draw some lines. $35. $15, 17.35. That'll do. Back to the 1 minute. Oh, so we could get the break here. 17.07. Oh, we did briefly. So the thing is to, if you're going to be an aggressive trader, trade, that's fine, but do it on confirmed breakouts, do it on confirmed moves, and otherwise, if you're just being speculative, trade small. In fact, just trade small to start off with anyway, and you can scale up as your account balance scales up. My real name, Dylan, is Gustavo Fring. Just saying. Yeah, it's a little higher than I normally trade. Not very well, but it moved well yesterday. Okay, so that's not exactly confirmed. But it is on the momentum, so it's moved up quite nice over the last 15 minutes. Got a bit of volume in over the last 15 minutes. Yeah, I was looking at it this morning, but it moved up. When it moved up, it was before. I tried to trade it when the market, when my commissions allowed me to, but I lost. So Sonoma, I might go back to it later. It's just ranging sideways at the minute, Sonoma. It's just ranging along the VWAP, so it's not doing anything, whereas Soundhound made a little move up there, and I was looking for it. Ideal here would have been to get in on this little pullback here, so we'll break the VWAP and get in here at kind of 1635 for the move up. That would have been a nice nice little entry. I called Sonoma out in the Discord this morning, but I can only trade from 12:30 my time, which is like 7:30 market time, and it made most of its move before that. Yeah, it probably will. Most of these stocks will crash, Alphabet. Most of these stocks will. Most of these stocks will crash. Most of these stocks that I trade are garbage. If I'm being completely honest, they're up one day, and let's have a quick look. SFBM, SFBM was it? Or was it SBFM? SBFM. This was a farmer that moved up a couple of weeks ago. Look at it on the daily, okay? A couple of weeks ago, it popped up and moved up. So it moved up from kind of $2.50 or whatever it was, gapped up the first day, moved up again the second day, and we were trading it on this day, on these couple of days. Look where it is now. It's back down at $2.50. That's what happens. A lot of these stocks are just garbage. They have good news one day. They might have a continuance for 2 or 3 days at best, but more often than not, they'll just sell off after that. The garbage companies to actually hold long term, you do not want to you do not want to get married into these stocks. They crash. Tony, what's the best way to learn? Let me teach you. I'll teach you. No problem. I'll teach you all of my best ways to lose money. And I say that tongue in cheek, but also seriously, most people that get involved in putting money into the stock market lose money. So just be very careful and only put in enough money that you can afford to lose. The way I like to say it is that if once you deposit it onto your broker, write that money off. If you put $5,000 into a broker, and it might be $2,000, it might be $10,000, but let's just say 5,000 is a round number. If you put $5,000 into your broker, write that money off right away. Consider that your brokerage fee for access to the markets, and that way you can trade a little bit better mentally and emotionally around it. You've already written it off, and then you trade for the purposes of gaining that experience. First of all, trade in a paper account first. Once you've proven to be profitable in a paper account, then deposit on a broker. Once you've deposited on a broker, write that money off straight away. Any profits you've gained at the end of the month, you can then withdraw them. You can leave that money that you initially deposited on your broker, but if you've made profit, you can withdraw the profit. So if you deposit $5,000 and you make 10 across the course of a month, then you withdraw the 10 if you want to. If you don't want to grow the account, that's fine. You can withdraw 5 and grow the account. You start the next month with $10,000. You write it off. You grow that account, maybe grow it up to 20. You withdraw another 5 for that month, and you've got $15,000 for the next month, and grow your account at that point. I always withdraw whatever profits I've made. Excuse me. Whatever profits I've made, I try to leave $30,000 in my account for the start of the next month. So I withdrew $35,000 last week from, which was my profits from. Actually made $31,000 worth of profit on April, but I withdrew 35, which left me just under 30,000 yesterday. And I went and blew that. I went and blew the account up. So I cancelled that withdrawal, which is why I've now got just over $35,000 on the account today, because the money that would have been withdrawn, I was able to cancel it before they'd actually processed it. So. What question on YouTube is, what's my take on those fake traders who never do a live stream yet they get thousands of students? Those guys make me want to call myself an investor and not a day trader. You're going to get a lot of people that they don't know what they're talking about, if the truth be known. They read a book or they'll watch somebody on YouTube and they'll just re-spout the garbage that they've learned. And a lot of the times, they're re-spouting the garbage that they've learned off some other con artist. So if you've not made money, don't try to teach people how to make money. Simple. It's like, you know, this is why affiliate marketing gets such a bad name. It's because everybody jumps onto these affiliate marketing and tries to sell an affiliate marketing course, and they've never even sold one themselves. So they've got an affiliate marketing that I'm making X amount of money every day, and it's like, no, you're not. So back it up with some evidence. If you go to my if you go to the course, the link, and you scroll to the down the page on the course that I've got it in my link tree, the one in the description on YouTube, I've actually got 3 months of my TraderView logs and statistics there, and the corresponding 3 months of, I'll actually be uploading some more this coming weekend, another 3 months. So I'll have 6 months, the last 6 months of my trading activity, both in terms of TraderView logs and also the broker reports, which show my profit, loss, where I've done it, the fees, withdrawals, all of that kind of stuff. I even showed my bank statement a few months ago when somebody said that it was all bullshit. But look, if you've got knowledge that you're willing to share it, great. But it's got to, stop trying to scam people. You know, that's my view on it. If you're the genuine article, and I wouldn't say that I'm the genuine article, but I'm a profitable trader. I trade profitably. I've made about $300,000 this year already in 4 months. So that to me is profitable trading. You know, that's more than I would have earned my on-target salary as a vice president of sales and marketing for a global software company. It's more than I would have earned annually, and I've managed to achieve that in 4 months. So of course, I'm happy trading, and of course, my bank manager and the tax man are also happy me trading as well. But that's a different story altogether. But yeah, the people who never actually do a live stream, they never actually show what they're doing, they never actually know what they're just respouting garbage. They don't actually interact live. They just record stuff that effectively is straight out of a book, or it's off. They've replicated somebody else's videos or whatever it is. They're just trying to make a buck, and they're not very good at it. Same as those people who are selling bots, algorithmic bots. They're not algorithmic bots at all. They're just scams. You know, they say that Wall Street Wall Street's got a hedge. You know, high frequency traders have got a hedge because they're using algorithmic bots. They're using algorithmic programs, but they're not using the algorithmic programs that you can subscribe to for $50 a month. They're using multi-million-dollar programs and software that allow them to take advantage of the spreads that are doing high frequency trading. The bots that you're talking about, if you're lucky, you might get one that's break even. I don't know about that. So I lost a lot of money. Well, I consider I lost a lot of money when I first got into it, and it's all relative. I probably lost more in the last 2 months, but I've made more back. But in terms of my drawdown in the last couple of months has been more than what I lost in my early days. to get started. But that for me was, so you're actually right, not very well trained, that experience losses in order to get the gains. To a certain degree, you do, because you learn from it. But if you're actually learning a strategy and you're learning the methodologies in a simulator first, you don't have to worry about the losses first. You learn the methodologies first. Then it becomes more of a mental game. It becomes more of a keeping track of your emotions and the mental capacity of trading that you've got to get to grips with after that. Once you've got the strategies on pat, once you've got the muscle memory in terms of exit signals, entry signals, when to take profit, when to cut your losses, all that kind of stuff. Just that's that. The next bit is the emotional element. Okay, so we're back up, just trying to make new highs. Good call, Phil. If there's an SSR on a stock, how does it still sell? Are these historical orders being fulfilled? Roberts, it's a zero-sum market. If you want to buy a stock, somebody has to sell it. So there's always going to be sellers. What SSR does is it restricts you from selling on a downtick. So it means shorts. It restricts short selling. So you can't sell the stock if you can't sell the stock if you don't own it, is what the short sell restriction is. So you have to sell it, but for everybody that's buying, there has to be somebody selling. There's always going to be sellers, and there's an equal amount of buyers and an equal amount of sellers. It's a zero-sum market. So SSR, short sale restriction, just means you can't sell it on, you can't short it on a downtick. You can still sell it on the uptick, which basically means that the buyers are coming to you, but you can't sell it on the downtick. That's the difference. HCDI. HCDI, it was moving up on decent volume early, but it's just moving sideways and the volume's died out. So that's my opinion on HCDI. It was about kind of 7:30 when I was 7:30 market time, 12:30 my time when I called this out in the Discord. I said it's moving up well, but be wary because there is no discernible catalyst that I can see, and I like to see a stock moving with a catalyst. If it's moving in a trend, I want to see it with a catalyst. No, not at all. The TikTok #1. If you're making money, doesn't mean someone else is losing money. It basically means that somebody else is selling when you're buying. So, for example, if I buy at $6, if I buy the HCDI, which is on screen, if I buy that at $3.70 and I ride that up to $3.80 and I sell it, I've made 10 cents per profit on the share. But somebody else then buys it off me at $3.80. If the price continues to move up to $3.90, they bought it off me, but they're still making a profit, even though I sold it early. It means that selling and buying is not the same as winning and losing. And of course, you can make money selling. So if you can short something, if you're waiting for something to move down, you might short it and sell it before you even own it. So there's different ways to make money on the markets. You don't have to go long on every trade. You holding Soundhound long term there, Alistair? 6 or 7? Did you buy this a couple of days ago or what? Ah, right, okay. That's a good move there. 16.07. You've got a good dollar on that. I hope you're taking profits along the way. Keep moving your stock higher. Take profits along the way. Move your average cost up. Just lock in those profits. Lock in those gains. Got 20 minutes to the bell. You're probably wondering why I'm not trading. I'm being very cautious today. I took one trade, it went against me, so I'm just waiting for a really kind of diamond setup. Had 2 red days in a row, and that's exactly how we started last month. We had a big red day on the 31st of March, and we had another red day on the 1st of April. So we've done exactly the same this month. We had a red day on the last day of April, and another one, a big red day on the first trading day of May. So I want to get back into I wonder whose course you've been on, Alistair. What's plan A? Take profits. Don't hold on to losers. I'm good at I'm good at giving the advice. I'm just not good at taking it. That's the problem. Yeah, no. So the zero-sum factor means that there's an equal number of sellers to buyers, whatever it is. Whether it's people shorting it and people buying it off the shorts, or well, you know, there's always an equal number of buyers and sellers. For every buyer, there's a seller, and for every seller, there's a buyer. Otherwise, no transaction can take place. So it's struggling at that 1740 level is sound hound. The $half level was what I would say. 1740 is the 1743 is the high of day. So just remember that the support and resistance levels are not to the cent, they're areas, and I'm calling that one out as the $half level. So we're 7 cents off the $half before it got rejected. The market does like round numbers though. Everyone wins on an uptick. This is why I like to buy the bid. I don't think he's a guru, Alistair. I wouldn't call him a guru. If he was a guru, he wouldn't be losing money like he did yesterday. So it's nowhere. It's moving sideways at the minute. Put some lines in here. 440 is the high of pre-market. Downhound 1744. High pre-market there. It's CDI, that's just the volume's just died off on that one, so that's probably not really one worth considering for trading. I'm just looking at the scanners right now. Nothing jumping out at me other than what we've already been discussing. So Soundhound and Sonoma are the two ones that I would say are worth keeping an eye on. So why I'm watching HCDI, I don't know. So Sonoma, Pharmaceutical, and Soundhound are the two that I would say. Soundhound is probably the one that's got the strongest looking chart just at this moment in time. Well, I think Apple at the moment, watch the SPY, and then trade, because with Apple and Mu, fine with if you're watching the SPY that they will follow it. So you might get a minute, or not even a minute, you know, a few, maybe 30 seconds or something like that, where the SPY will act and then they will follow. So it's a good idea to watch the SPY and see how they react to it. Hey NASA, half a guru, yeah. I'll take that one. A goo. WDC, Vin. So at the moment, Western Digital, $60. News catalyst on Western Digital. Elliott Investment Management sent a letter to the board calling for a full strategic review of the value that it could be created by separating its flash unit. So I'll just pull that up for you. So that's why Western Digital shares are trading higher. Okay. I'll move it down so that you can. There you go. Western Digital shares are trading higher after Elliott Investment. So a little bit more expensive, $60. It's not exactly brilliant volume. So what you're looking for is good relative volume, and the volume here is not great. So I wouldn't recommend Western Digital for an intraday trade just yet. It's moving up, but on a typical day it trades 3.7 million shares. It's not even traded at half of that yet. So wait for the volume to kick in before taking a trade with that would be my advice. It's not financial advice. I'm only a guy on the internet. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't sue me. But yeah, watch WDC, but I wouldn't get into it unless there's more volume, because you need the volume for the reliability of the breakouts. So no, I don't like. It's just so that's choppy sideways, and I want some more parabolic movers. If you wait for the parabolic movers and take 2 or 3 parabolic movers a month, not even a week. Take 2 or 3 parabolic movers a month and really ride them out, you could make a really good living. You don't have to trade every day. Just remember that. If there's nothing moving in a predictable fashion. Knee, I can have a look at knee. Feels like my knees have hit a bottom. So that's knee for you. That's the 1 minute, but let's have a look at it on a 60. Okay, so you've got a 1 minute, a 60-minute candle, first 60-minute candle that's made a new high after all of these downwards. That's a good sign. Look at it on the daily. You had a bit of a fake out here, but I wouldn't get into knee until I'd wait for $72, 71.60. Personally, not financial advice, like I say, but I would look at it on the daily, and knee, if you're looking for a bounce, look for the first or even the 4 hour. Where's my trading view? So I want this on the 4 hour. So full knee across on this is knee on the 4 hour. So you really wanted, yeah, I'd look for the daily for confirmation. Why is that not the same chart? That's a little bit concerning. That's why. I was looking at it from... Let me look at it on the 4 hour. For you. Okay, here's knee on the 4 hour. So we had this constant sell-off, then we had a bit of consolidation sideways, we're still selling off. We're on low volume, so I would want to see this over $71, $71.50, or I got in it, maybe 72 for confirmed. This is on the 4 hour, so for confirmed and on better volume, because the volume's horrible. Yeah, so I would look for it on the daily, even just look for new daily candle to make a new high. So the high yesterday was 71.51. So if it makes a comeback and gets above 71.50, then think about take. But also don't put your stop at the low of this candle. So if you're going to take a position at 71.51, put your stop at 68.50, and you want to be making at least, what's that? That's $3. So you want to be making at least $6 on that. So is that going to be is it going to be realistic for you to make $6 on that to the upside? Probably not. Up to 69. I'm not sure I would take that. I don't think the range is there for the turnaround. I would say if you're not getting a 2 to a range, it's going to give you 2 to 1 on that. Your risk is going to be $3, so you need at least $6. So I would say that you're going to be struggling. I'd be wary of. This is not financial advice, like I say. I'd be wary of trading that. Red box. I'm watching it, but it's sold off. It's 10% down. But was it 10% now? No, 7.5% down on the day. It was just, it had a good move up yesterday, and it was just so choppy. It made me cry almost. It bullied me. But I know some people on the course that made some nice gains with it. Let's have a look at your Bed Bath and Beyond. No volume, but I know it's highly shorted. Big short interest. It's chopping sideways at the minute. BBBY, AMC, all the meme stocks. AMC had yesterday some of its lowest volume I think it's ever had. If you look at it on the daily, it's not looking strong at all. Look how many times I've traded AMC. The daily's not looking strong at all. It's down at 15.18s, and yeah, GME, similar kind of thing, looking very weak. The meme stocks are just dying a bit of a death. BlackBerry. So I traded BlackBerry last year when it was up at $20 or something like that, and now it's down at $5.87. These meme stocks have just not held the gains. But a lot of these like I said, a lot of these companies are just not worth marrying to, and it just seems like this whole Reddit movement, Wall Street bets, the loss porn that they post on there, these degenerate gambling is what it is, degenerate bets that they put on some of these garbage stocks, YOLO the life savings, YOLO the mortgage, and all that kind of stuff. And it's good entertainment, don't get me wrong, but it's not a way to invest. It's not a way to make money. Forge. I don't think there's anything happening with Forge. No volume. Very low. 25.50s at the minute. Had a good day yesterday. Held most of its gains, but it's low volume. Had a very good day yesterday. So I closed down and went to sleep after the stream yesterday. Well, I walked the dog and then came back and went to sleep. I was exhausted. So I went up to 28, nearly $29 yesterday. So I had a good day yesterday. Forge. I've traded that a couple of times very profitably in the last couple of months. Made 5 figures with that most times. I think I've only lost with it once. So so far it's been a good stock to trade for me. How's Soundhound looking? Oh, it's down at the bouncing on the VWAP. I've not, no. I don't have HBO. Oh, what have I done there? So we're 3 minutes to the bell. Let's see what comes up at the bell. OST just sprang up on very low volume, but let's have a look because that's a former runner. Let's have a look at the catalyst. It says here that the earnings are going to be on Sunday, May the 15th. That doesn't seem right. Yeah. We had that. So put this on the daily so you can see what I'm talking about. We had the initial when it first IPO'd there last month. It rocketed up. It went 900% on the day, and then it just sold off, and it's continued to slide ever since. So this went up to $48 on the second day after its IPO, and then it's at $3.55. Which is why I say, be very careful, guys. This might take a bounce. This might have a bounce, though, now. Recent IPO stocks, they can move. They can really move and move well. We've got 90 seconds to the bell. Hey, Hutch. I'll dig it out and have a look. I've got one of those dodgy boxes, so that this could have a nice move up. This one today. Let's see. So what happens at the bell? I'll pop that on the list because it's volatility and volume there. 25% up. I see clean entry though before you get in. Oh, stop! The GME AMC crowd are toxic. They're not cringy. They are toxic. It's like if you buy the shares to make a profit, when you sell them, you get vilified for it. It's shocking. I mean, what are you in the markets for if not to make a profit? I mean, being part of some wider movement for reform on Wall Street, I kind of get it, and it's admirable, but I've got better things to do with my money. There we go. Market is open. Patience. Don't jump into the first thing that moves. Well, Sonoma's just decided to vomit, selling off. Soundhound's trying to make a move upwards. Spy's vomiting, as is the Nasdaq. Robin Hood's vomiting. I don't know why I've got that on the watch list. A lot of red. I'll change the scanners while I'm not in a trade. Thank you for reminding me, guys. Find a bit of very difficult to hear. Let the opening range form. If it's a bit choppy, just let the opening range form. Wait for it to decide which way it's going to go. No pressure to actually take a trade. Like I say, wait for the stocks to come to you. Or the snoring chow-chows. Oh, we got a little break out, but didn't like me. We're just in OST. VWAP as our support level. It breaks. Above this candle is 70. In 20 cents, right? Going to manage my risk a little bit better today, I think. So we're just at a little bit higher. Oh, got stopped out. That's okay. Ranging sideways, so we didn't get the voluminous follow through there that we would have liked. Soundhound. Well, the big ones that were pre-market, Sonova, vomit at the open. Soundhound, ouch, that's just horrible. HCDI, yuck. Oh, hang on a minute. Where's my login again? That's annoying. I hate this multi-factor authentication with interactive brokers. It really is annoying. Every single time. See what my Tesla calls are doing. Actually, Tesla's down slightly. So that vomited. Well, I'm in profit. I'm still in profit. It's not a huge amount at the minute, but I'm there. It's moving up now. Nice. Hour loop. The sign is CYN is trying to stay above the green line. No. Hood. Our friends over at Robin Hood. How did I finish at month end? Hutch, finished April, we were 31,000 in profit on April, I believe it was. But we've just started a little bit down. So 31,000 profit for April. It's not a good month, but it's not a bad month either. A bad month is a red month. I've not had one of those since February. So, but I took, I had to cancel my withdrawals because I pretty much almost blew up the account yesterday. NWBO, good stuff. Did you swing it? Well, that's not. No, I don't only trade big company stocks. So the stocks that I've been trading today, well, I've only traded this one so far. It went against me just after 7:30 market time. This is Sonoma Pharmaceutical. OST's moving again. Yeah, just about to break highs. The high is 390 right now. So we've got a 10-cent move to the whole dollar resistance. So I want to see it break 390 and then take $4. I'll not be taking a trade to get in at like 392, 393 just to get rejected at $4. So let's see what happens. There's your $4. That took a while. Hold it up. Well, the good news is it looks like it's going to gap up. It could change in the next 5 minutes, but it looks like it's going to halt up to the tune of about 13 cents or something. Expecting 10 times good stuff. Well, that's one of those obscure coins you were talking about last week, isn't it? But that's where you get the gains from, is if you do your due diligence in the crypto market and you get one of those low cap coins, they can actually moon. They can I say moon, I don't like using that terminology. They can certainly make good profits. So I'm going to set a 10-cent stop on this straight away as we resume. Whilst 50, so it's 41, so 46. What else is moving? Enovix Corporation. So Enovix announces initial smartwatch battery order from leading global consumer electronics company. That's why, ENVX. So that's why that's moving up. I'll pop that onto the watch list. Decent catalyst. I'll tell you what I do need. So that's going to resume at 46, well just before 46. No, 43. Back in a couple of seconds. Hi, over. With 2 minutes to spare. So Sonoma's now making a move upwards, breaking $4. Watch for the next candle to make a new high. 440 is the pre-market high on that one. How you can't? You get a volatility halt, and typically the 5 minutes. Then they'll go for 10 minutes. If it goes longer than 5, it's 10. You know, typically they last for 5 minutes. They may last longer if it's particularly volatile. So that cost us. Put the stop in place and got stopped out. Go figure. Sonoma popped up and then vomited and sold off again. $443 is the halt level, next halt level. I want to see this move up. And that 25 cents, or 23 cents, move up. Just in OST, 5,000 shares for the break of 410, which is like the new candle to make a new high. It faked us out, pulled back, but we're still in it. We gave it 25 cents, a wiggle room. Just moved the stop up 20, so it's 20 cents now. But I'm just gonna keep it there. I see it move up now. How much for the course? It's $119 plus tax. So depending on where you are, so it's choppy again today. So I'm just managing my risk as best I can. But it's not looking great right now. So how much for the course? It's $119 plus tax. So where I am, it works out about $144. It works out about £120 or 130 euros, depending where you are. Well, I've just been stopped out twice on OST, so it's moving, ranging sideways. So VAX has just jumped 20% into a halt. Forge. So VAX is what cost me yesterday because I thought VAX had a fantastic catalyst. And I believed in the catalyst more than the price. So let's have a look. Yeah, it's even broke the highs from yesterday as well. So the pre-market highs. It's up at 880s. Let's have a look at it on the daily, weekly. I've got a way to go since last year. Let's go back to that. This halted at 48, so it should resume in 2 minutes. Let's have a look at trading view on VAX. Daily. Right, let's just have a look at the 4-hour. Might get a bit more data on that. Yeah, so we've got resistance at $10, resistance at 875-ish. A huge gap at $10. There's a whole dollar gap. So if it gets to $10, it'll just jump to 12. The whole dollar gap. Oh, jump to 11. That's from last December. Okay, worth watching. What we want is a lovely setup like this. A little bull flag setup like that would be nice. Especially if the VWAP follows it up. Look at that. You've got the bull flag and the VWAP conspiring together to push it, put a pump in there. That's lovely. Yeah, Squibby. The markets. So we're looking at the SPY, the S&P. They're just ranging sideways at the minute. You know, the Nasdaq. Slightly down on the day, but it's ranging sideways. Very choppy. Russell, very similar. So all the markets are just very choppy right now. So this should resume in the next 10 seconds. Ish. Sideways, bit of a pullback. Enter there. Move up. Now, the catalyst for this, for VAX yesterday, was very similar to Neurosense a couple of weeks ago, and that moved up 750%, which is why I held on to it so long. Just felt that there's no excuse, no justification for why I held on to it for so long. It was just poor risk management. Every candle to make a new low is an exit signal. There we go. Get out. Well, losing 2,000 on that is better than losing 5. So 6,000 down already today. It's getting stopped out. That's halted up and then halted down. Well, it's not quite halted down, it's a false halt. No, yeah, halted down. Looks like Vax has got my number this month. Tesla. Let's have a look at Tesla for you. Me as well. 909. Let's have a look at my... Not a huge profit just yet. Okay. Yeah, so Tesla's on the move up. This is looking very nice for me. Keep going. Why the Nasdaq's about to go green on the day as well, so that could be good. Very nice, Tesla. Keep one eye on you and the rest on the rest of the markets. Facts, okay. Down at 55. Probably 3 minutes left, yeah. 2 minutes. Choppy markets, they give us these very difficult to trade choppy markets because you don't get the follow through, you don't get the continuation. You know, when you get a hot market, you get those parabolic movers that just keep going. They'll have a little bit of a pullback, which allows you to, you know, clean entries, and then they'll go again. And we get those choppy market like we might get those every now and again, but been very difficult. That's Sonoma, Downhound, the NVX. It's the opportunity there. It's just not got the volume on that one. Oh, this should resume in about 40 seconds. Yeah, I'll have a look in a minute. So, ASTS. It's just done a bit of a round bottom above the VWAP. 840s ASTS. Slightly up on the day, 6%. This is showing huge gap down. It was $7. Very volatile, this stock. So it's red on the day. Yeah, I get it out. Okay. That's me done now. Max loss. That's 2 red days in a row. NUE. That's ranging sideways. $152 at the minute. Look at it on the daily for you. Yeah, it's just sideways ranging. Not really doing anything of note.